Okay, so my next find at the thrift store was books. I always check out the books section when I need to update my son's reading material. Sometimes it's because we, the adults, the grandparents, the parents, we get bored of reading the same stories over and over again, or maybe the son has ripped a page or colored in it, or he's bored of the stories because he tends to memorize them easily. So the very first two books on the front left and the front right are books that we received from baby showers. And so I found this other one today, and I was like, oh, this matches it. The same author, same everything. But it's the night-night version of it. So this one here is a great story for me to help him with going to sleep with certain things. It teaches him bath time and getting ready for bed. And it was a really cute book. And then same concept with this one. I'll Always Love You is about bears. And then I found this one. It's the same print house production company. You've got tiger tails, the same kind of soft cover material on them. So I kind of liked how they match like that. But then this one, again, is a new story, adding on to the other story. And then this one kind of has the storyline like how grandparents would say it. So I thought that was cute. This other one's just a classic book. And then sometimes at the thrift store I find our religious books there. So again, brand spanking new, whether I give it to somebody else to share the gospel with them or to have their kids have access to Jesus stories and the Bible, or whether it's for my son, it's $1. So there's really no excuse why we can't educate our children or help other people learn about it. All the pages are brand new. This is Zondervan, kids. It's all brand new, great illustrations. And again, you don't feel guilty or have to yell at your kids if they color in the pages, they rip them, they bend them, they stand on them, whatever. My son is into dinosaurs lately. This is a really cool book with three-dimensional pop-ups. So he was literally going through this in the thrift store, naming all the dinosaurs, and just having a good time with it. Again, if they get ripped, broken, I don't have to feel guilty. It's $1. And then this is another book. This is kind of more for when he gets a little bit older, but again, kind of has that bear theme. With stories in it. If I decide not to keep this for my son, what I'll do is I'll give this as a gift to somebody. It's $1. I stick it in the gift bag with, for instance, if I bought them a dress or a basketball or whatever the toy was, I would stick it in the bag with them so that their parents can keep reading stories to them and that the child can eventually read the story to the parent or to the sibling or to the dog or whoever they need to practice with to promote, again, reading and writing skills so that they can develop their mind. So again, most of the books are only about $1 each. Sometimes I get them for half off, and then in this particular case, I didn't show them in this clip, but I did get an awesome book for grandmas and grandpas. And what you do with those books that I paid $1 for also is they write down their story of them, and they write it like they're writing it to the grandchildren generation, and that way the grandchildren generation can see who their grandparent was, not just like when they're 60 or when they're 50 or when they're 70, but who they were throughout their life at different times and how they met each other and how basically the story of them, the grandchild, came to be, starting from the grandparents' perspective. So pretty cool things, not only from, again, a learning perspective, from a knowledge perspective, from a ethics and morals perspective, but from a history perspective of teaching your family history to yourselves as well as to your children, and just having it written down and recorded is pretty cool. So that's why I like books. And then again, once I get bored of these or whatnot, you just pass them on to other kids. You keep sharing, keep moving them on, or toss them out if they're all damaged. Not a big deal. $1 each. Don't feel guilty getting 10 books for the price of one in the store. All right. Well, off to the next treasure. Here we go.